I find it real crazy that there's a lot of atheists who will go on a Christian post and slander God's name. But then you gotta think though, if you don't believe in God, why do you decide to go on a Christian post to slander God's name if you don't believe in God? You go on a post to slander something that is real that you don't agree with, but you don't believe God's real, and yet you still slander his name. And you slander God's name as if he's an actual person, because he is. So therefore, you would believe in God, because you you decide to argue with people about God's existence and you slander God's name because God is real. You just don't agree with some of the things that he did, and yet you didn't even read the whole Bible. You might have read a book or a few verses or a few chapters. Or you didn't touch it at all. You just listened to what other people said. It doesn't make no sense. It don't at all. And no matter how much you try to argue with nobody, it won't make sense anyway. Y'all, a lot of y'all atheists who have read a little bit of the Bible, like I said, will use it against God and be like, God's evil. God flooded the earth. You know why God flooded the earth? Because people were doing the same thing people doing now. All of y'all around here just going around having sex with everybody. Doing drugs, selling drugs. Do I gotta go on? Cheating on people, lying. I mean, y'all go as far as to hurt people's kids. And yet y'all want to say God is evil? Evil where? Where? There was only one family that was good, and that was Noah's family. God saved them because they weren't like the other people. And at that, there was a bunch of demons roaming around. Because when the Watchers, who were angels, came down to earth and taught them everything they shouldn't have been taught. Witchcraft, spells. And yet you still want to say God is evil? Do you know why free will is even a thing? Oh, God lets bad things happen in the planet. Look, let's think about it like this, right? If God was to put restrictions on us, would that really be free will? Would that be free will if God put restrictions on us? Now, I know there's going to be some of y'all to take my words into contradiction and try to turn them against me, but I don't care. I rebuke all that demonic influence of confusion because no, don't. Y'all always try to do that. Y'all always try to confuse people and try to twist up their words. But how can God be evil when he tried to cleanse the evil from the earth? And yet, it's still allowing you people to do the things you do today. But you know why he do? It's because all of us as a collective race of human beings are all going to be judged right with the angels, right with the demons, and Satan. And guess what? Satan's going to get the worst punishment. You could be on either the winning side or the losing side. But God is not going to force you to be on his team. And if you want to continue to talk on God's name and you're going to continue to just be completely nasty, he's going to let you do that. Because if you're not showing any signs of actually caring and maybe deciding, maybe this isn't what I thought it was. Maybe it's a lot better than I thought. Maybe being a believer in Christ isn't all, you're evil this, you're going to hell that, because it's not. Being a believer in Christ and preaching the gospel, which it does say in the Bible to do, means to preach the good news and say, just because you sin doesn't mean that you have to go to hell, because Christ saved you. And thank you for listening, because I knew you watched the whole video.